क्या मैम, आज मार्केट ऊपर जाएगा क्या?
नीचे जाएगा।
क्या मैम, आज मार्केट नीचे जाएगा क्या?
आज ऊपर जाएगा।
आपको कैसे पता चला?
Experience. Hey folks, CA Rachna Ranade here. And just in case if you are wondering as to how was I able to predict the market opening so precisely, you might have guessed it right. It was not related to my experience, it was related to something else. And what was that? It is nothing but Gift Nifty. Now, I'm sure you would want to know more about Gift Nifty, and that is the reason why in today's video, we are going to focus on 3 key points. Number 1, what is Gift Nifty? Number 2, we will try and understand the difference between Nifty and Gift Nifty, and very important, number 3, we are going to understand as to what could be the benefits to NRIs if they invest through the Gift IFSC. Now, if you were to understand the concept of Gift Nifty, first things first, you will have to understand what is the concept of a gift city. Then you will have to understand what is IFSC, and then you will be able to appreciate the concept of Gift Nifty. Okay, first things first, what is Gift City? It is Gujarat International Financial Tech City, that is Gift City. Okay, so what is it? It's a physical city. It is located near Ahmedabad. Okay, so you can see that on Google Maps right now. Okay, that is where it is actually located. It is physically located there. Okay, now what is IFSC? IFSC is nothing but a regulatory framework, which is the full form of it is International Financial Services Center. Okay, so it's a regulatory framework within Gift City. Okay, so what will be the nature of Gift City? As I mentioned, it's a location based product. It's actually located in Gujarat near Ahmedabad. What is IFSC? It's a concept. It's a regulatory framework within Gift City. Now, just to give you a quick, simple example for you to have a better clarity. So, as I told you, Gift City is what? It's a physical location. Now, what all things could be there inside the Gift City? Could there be like good infrastructure projects inside the Gift City? Yes. Could there be a residential area inside the Gift City? Yes. Could there be IT parks inside Gift City? Yes. Could there be financial services or financial hubs inside the Gift City? Yes. Okay. But then, okay, I understood that there are residential parks, there are infrastructure projects, there are financial hubs. Now, for those financial hubs now, they have made a framework so that the financial reason I'll tell you afterwards, so that you will keep on watching the video till the end. Now you are understanding for that financial hub. So for example, I'm going to tell you right now that we have BSE and NSE. We have Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, both located in Bombay. But do you know that BSE has a fully owned subsidiary which is located in Gift City? NSE also has a fully owned subsidiary which is located in Gift City, and that is nothing but, so BSE and NSE have their own versions of exchanges in Gift City. The names of these companies, for BSE it is India INX. Okay, so that is the Bombay Stock Exchange version of Gift City. Okay, so one more stock exchange in India but located inside the Gift City. For NSE, it is NSE IX, National Stock Exchanges International Exchange. So both these stock exchange have, BSE, NSE, both have their versions of Gift City. And by the way, these exchanges are nothing but fully owned subsidiaries of the main exchanges. Just simple till here. Okay, now you only tell me what framework will apply to them. Will it be only SEBI framework, or will it be SEBI framework plus IFSC regulatory framework? It will be both for those who are located inside the Gift City. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, last part, very important part. Like you have Sensex for BSE and like you have Nifty for NSE, now those two exchanges in Gift City will have their own indices. So for example, if I'm talking about India INX, which is like the equivalent of BSE, they have an index which is tradable on the exchange, which is called as India 50, which is like a replacement for Sensex. And similarly, for NSEIX, it will be Gift Nifty, which will be like a parallel for Nifty. So I hope you have understood. Gift Nifty is nothing but an index of what? NSEIX. What is NSEIX? It is the version of NSE inside the Gift City. What is Gift City? It's a location. It's a physical city inside Gujarat. What framework, what are the regulatory framework applicable to such financial companies, financial hubs located in IFSC, located in Gift City? It is IFSC. if you have understood this, then you'll be like, huh, attaparan kalala, I've understood whatever you have told till now, but there used to be something called as SGX Nifty. What happened to that? SGX Nifty was nothing but the derivative, which was a tradable derivative of our Nifty 50, but which used to trade on the Singapore exchange. Okay, so Singapore exchange, which is SGX, on that our Nifty 50 derivative contract used to be traded. Now that same SGX contract now has stopped trading there and has started trading in Gift City on the NSE IX platform, and that is nothing but Gift Nifty. So in simple words, Gift Nifty is a replacement for SGX Nifty. Now that you know so much about Gift City, about IFSC, about the BSE NSE versions inside Gift City, now let's understand what's the difference, exact difference between Gift Nifty and Nifty. Now let's understand the difference. First we'll talk about Nifty, and then in the second column we'll talk about Gift Nifty. Okay. Trading venue. Where will Nifty contract be traded? Tell me. Of course, it will be traded on NSE India. But if I'm talking about Gift Nifty, it will be traded on NSE IX, which is located in, you know it, in Gift City, right? Second point, which is about the underlying asset. Okay, now what will be the underlying asset for both Nifty or Gift Nifty is going to be exactly the same. It's not a point of difference, it's a point of commonality. For both, be it Nifty or Gift Nifty, what is the underlying? It is Nifty 50 index. Simple till here. Now comes an extremely important point. In which currency will the contracts be settled? For Nifty, currency will be INR. So, derivative contracts of Nifty will be settled in Indian rupees. But for Gift Nifty, they are going to be settled in US dollars. Okay. Now, something dimag ki batti jal gayi. Now people in US dollars. So, is it why it is mainly targeted towards non-resident Indians? You are now starting to get a clue, okay, because that is going to be the third part of our entire video, okay. So important point, keep this in mind, that Gift Nifty contracts are going to be settled in US dollars. Now who will be the participants? For Nifty, it will be primarily domestic investors and NRIs, okay, but with limits. But if I'm talking about Gift Nifty, it is primarily going to be foreign investors. It is designed for them, correct? Who is going to be the regulator? I did talk about it. For Nifty, for NSE, BSE, whatever, it is going to be SEBI. For Gift Nifty, it is going to be SEBI. But which additional regulations will apply? Now you know it. It is going to be IFSC regulations as well. Correct? Now here comes the important point. Market hours. For Nifty, it's going to be regular market hours. Everyone knows about it. You can see the market hours on screen as well at 9:15 to 3:30. And for Gift Nifty, you will see the market hours. I mean, how much is that? That's almost 21 hours. Now, if you can correlate with what happened in the beginning of the video. If you remember, I was able to guess it very clearly that today market will open as a gap down. Today market will open as a gap up. How? Because Gift Nifty was already trading at that time. And finally, what is Gift Nifty? What is the underlying asset for Gift Nifty? Underlying is nothing but Nifty. So if Gift Nifty is trading, let's say 100 points up, Gift Nifty will not go 200 points down. Nifty will not go 200 points down, right? It has to be very much in sync with Gift Nifty. So I hope now you are able to correlate with what happened in the beginning of the video, right? Well, now that you have understood so many things, and now that you have understood, this is primarily for foreign investors, and if you have NRI friends and they are very interested to invest in India, they should be very much aware about what could be the benefits that they will get if they invest through Gift IFSC. Now, before we talk about the benefits which can be available for NRIs, before that, I think, we as researchers, we as students of stock market, we should always try and go into the whys. So when I was researching for this, I was like, why is this Gift City? Why was this Gift City even required? So when I started reading about this, I came across a very interesting point, okay. So let's assume that there's a mutual fund house, okay, NAM India, which is Nippon Life Insurance Asset Management Company, okay. So let's say Nippon, so I'm just going to say Nippon, okay. Nippon wanted to set up its ETF. Can they very easily set up its ETF? Yes. Can they allow the investors to trade in ETF units on the Bombay Stock Exchange, on the National Stock Exchange? Yes, there's no problem. But now imagine that they wanted to attract NRIs to invest in their ETFs. Was it possible? Maybe yes, but then for NRIs, the headache was that they had to first convert their dollars into rupees, then invest. When they wanted to sell, then again, the proceeds will have to be converted from rupees to dollars. And the big point of exchange rate risk is to come into play, correct? So now if they were to come up with an ETF, let's say Nifty 50 ETF. So Nippon wanted to come up with Nifty 50 ETF. And if they wanted to price it in US dollars, Was that allowed earlier? Answer is no. Then what these companies used to do, they then would register their fund maybe in Singapore, maybe in Dubai, maybe in Luxembourg. These are like financial hubs outside India. Okay, so you can imagine our mutual fund but has to register outside India because they want to price it in dollars. Okay, now what happens with this? Whatever money is collected, whatever gains the fund generates, they'll pay taxes outside India. Their regulator will earn the fees. If I'm talking about laws, the foreign laws will be applicable. If I'm talking about job opportunities, it will be created outside India. Now to just think about all these things, that instead of our mutual funds setting up their mutual fund houses abroad to attract foreign investors, why not make a special city in which special laws will be applicable? Okay, that is the reason why GIFT City was actually incorporated, where IFSC regulations also apply. If so, why did I give example of Nippon? By the way, in May 2023, Nippon Life India Asset Management, that is Nam India, became the first Indian mutual fund company to set up an offshore fund in GIFT IFSC. And what did they launch? They launched Nippon India ETF Nifty 50 IFSC. And this ETF was denominated in US dollars. Okay. So now that you have understood the primary reason number one, can they come up with an ETF which is denominated in dollars? Answer is yes. Now what is the benefit to NRIs? The biggest benefit to NRIs is they get the exposure to Nifty stocks but without the currency fluctuation risk. Okay, so I hope this first and foremost very important point is very clear. And of course, in this entire process, don't you think India will earn that credibility as a global financial hub as well? Answer is absolutely yes, right? Now, what could be one more benefit? I actually told about it, but just to quickly reiterate the fact, is there a lot of regulatory flexibility? Absolutely yes. The rules are lighter inside the GIFT City. They are made in such a way that the entry of foreign investors will be made much easier. So we have regulatory flexibility for that. So if you remember, when I told you in the first section, what is IFSC, what is this regulatory framework, you remember that this is the regulatory framework which easily allows foreign capital inside India, and they can invest in India with comparatively lower rules and regulations. Okay, and the final one is about the tax benefits. Now, if I were to understand that tax benefits, let me quickly show you the website that I referred to. Why would I want to show that? Because I am not a practicing chartered accountant and I don't practice in international taxation at all. I mean, anyways, I'm not a practicing chartered accountant and my knowledge about international tax is not that great. But I have referred to this giftgujarat.in website, and if you see here, you can see loads of tax exemption related thing. You can see here incentives, tax incentives. Now it says you have an income tax exemption. It also talks about interest exemption. It talks about capital gain tax exemption. Kya baat hai? So you can, I'm going to give you the link of this same website in the pinned comment in the description box as well. But to additionally cross check, what I did was apart from that website I referred to, I also had a word with few of my chartered accountant friends, some acquaintances who practice in international tax. According to them as well, whatever capital gain tax, whatever capital gains arise because of sale of ETFs or mutual funds, they are exempt under these sections. Even if they have a derivative related income, this will also be exempt. So all in all, have they made maximum efforts to encourage investments in GIFT City? Answer is obviously yes. Now if you feel that what about us? Why don't we get exemptions? Arey Baba, foreign investors are going to bring in dollars in India, so don't they deserve some special treatment? And that is the reason why a lot of tax exemptions are given. I hope you found a lot of value on a totally different topic today. And I'll be really honest, I had not thought about this topic. It was you all who requested me to do a video on GIFT Nifty. And if you feel that I should be doing videos on some other topics, please give me your suggestions, your farmaish in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to make videos on such different topics as well. If you like the video, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachanaranade.com and rachanaranade.in.